We're going to be talking about some Black Lightning today. Actually, DC on DC in particular, period and stuff. So, yesterday, got the opportunity, Three Black Geeks as our outlet and stuff, we got the opportunity, let me rewind this back here. So, I want to say it was about maybe a couple of months ago. I want to say like right around November or so. One of our followers, don't quote me on this, I believe it was Nipsey. He shot us a tweet like, "Did you know about this event?" And this event was DC and DC. So essentially, what it is DC Comics. They put up a pop-up shop, and they were going to do an event at the museum in DC, Washington DC. If you've ever been to the museum and such, I've been there a couple of times. But anyway, the last time I was there, it wasn't really for the museum so much as that I was there because Michael Bay was filming, I believe it was at the time, Transformers 2. So that was Revenge of the Fallen. And he was filming a scene that blocked off part of Pennsylvania Avenue going up towards where the Capitol building is and such. He's filming a scene there, and it was in front of the museum where people could actually watch it and stuff. It was actually pretty dope. Besides the point. So, what DC Comics did is they put up a pop-up shop and such, and they had events going on inside there. So, it was supposed to be Friday and Saturday event. And, Friday, I believe, there was comic book signings. I believe Jim Lee was there. And they were premiering on Friday. They had premiered Batman by Gotham. Batman Gaslight Gotham by Gaslight or something like that. That was the name of the movie, where it's basically Batman versus Jack the Ripper. So I wasn't interested in it and such, so I never got tickets for it and such. But it was still one of those kind of things where they had that happening, and if you attended, it was open bar. It was a bit of a party affair and such. So I didn't get a chance to catch it. My boy from the JVS outlet, he attended it, and he told me it was great. It was awesome. So I had talked to him, and he shot me a message and was like, "Hey, if you're coming tomorrow and stuff," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm coming for the little Black Lightning thing," because also this weekend they were premiering the first episode of Black Lightning. It's a big rollout and such. So I was going to attend that screening and such, and after that I was like, all right, cool, dope, attended, dope. So he told me, Sam had told me, hey, you should go up there as press and such, because I didn't really think about it at the time, but I was like, all right, well, I'll sit there and try to go in as press and such. So I went in Saturday morning, got there first thing, and long story short, we got in. D couldn't make it, kid's birthday and such, but that's besides the point. He couldn't make it, but I was still there. So it was me, Sam from JVS. I remember Jamie from Black Girl Nerds, actually her outlet period. She had some representatives from her outlet, on top of her being there for Black Girl Nerds. She was part of a panel for kind of like the Black Power, Black Heroes Matter panel and such. But I'll get into that. And Mo from Earth 2 Comicast, you probably heard him. He was on our show. Actually, me and him do our recap of The Gifted, which, by the way, new episode of The Gifted comes out this week, and it's going to be basically the season finale. 2 episodes, it's going to be a 2-hour-long season finale. That's going to be dope. So be on the lookout for our recap of that. But anyways, so it was there. And basically what us doing press and tails was, we found out, they're doing roundtables. Okay. So at most I figured it was just going to be the Black Lightning cast, since that was kind of like the thing that they were really pushing at this thing. So we get there, get to the room, and we sit down and stuff, and we're just chilling, we're eating some of the food that's in the press room and such. And prototypical, if you go do press for these things, they do have kind of like food spreads and stuff, and you eat it. It's pretty dope. I enjoy it and stuff. It's free food. Who's gonna turn down free food? So what ends up happening is we start up the interviews, and off the break there was like, Brandon Routh is gonna be here, and I was like, really? He's gonna be here? So I say all that to say, folks, if you listen to us Be on the lookout. I got video of our interviews. We interviewed a lot of folks from the CW shows, in particular Brandon Routh, Katie Lotz, I am like really Candace Patton. We interviewed her, Katie Lotz. We interviewed Chris Chalk from Gotham. He was dope. In fact, I was, I had kind of an internal joke. I had a joke with Mo and Sam where I was like, if Chris Chalk is the reason why I end up watching Gotham now, I'm fine with it. Because I gave up on Gotham around season 2 because it got a little too ridiculous. But Chris Chalk, if you don't watch Gotham, he actually plays Lucius Fox. And it's actually pretty dope. And the way he's explaining it, I'm like, okay, I actually can't wait to see this. Can't wait to see how this all turns out. It's awesome. So we got an interview with Chris Chalk, Brandon Routh, like I said, Katie Lotz, Candace Patton. We got wow, I am forgetting names, but she plays Tigress in Gotham. Her homegirl that plays Catwoman in Gotham, and I forgot the name of the character the other chick plays. We got them. We got one of the ones in particular that was the highlight, at least for me. That was awesome. We got to talk to Dennis Brown. If you don't know who Dennis Brown is, he is the co-founder of Milestone Comics. Milestone Comics, Static Shock, Icon, Rocket, things of that nature. And I was excited. And like, you don't understand, like that was like, I mean, seeing Brandon Routh, that's awesome. I love it. But like getting a chance to talk to Dennis Brown, like the man that, like, if you want to talk a comic book company that I read outside of DC and Marvel that got my attention, it was Milestone. I picked up a Milestone comic when he came out, and it was Static Shock. That was my first comic that I read of him. And one of the things that I did was literally, anyways, one of the things that I did was pick up Static, and I loved it and stuff. And I read a little bit of Icon. I read a little bit of was it Crime Syndicate? No, Blood Syndicate. I don't know why I said Crime Syndicate. Blood Syndicate and Hardware. I read a little bit of those, but Static was my jam. So getting a chance to talk to Dennis Brown and him, kind of talking about the Milestone 2.0 revival and stuff, it was awesome. Talked to him. Talked to the Achilles. They're the ones that write. They're the husband and wife duo that are writing the Black Lightning TV show. And it's just the event period was just all sorts of just awesome, and it was very good. They had a lot of panels there. One of the panels was, like I said, kind of highlighting a lot of the black people that are involved in the DC comic world and stuff like that, and in the CW shows in particular and stuff. They're, again, highlighting Black Lightning in particular and stuff. But Candace Patton was also part of the panel and such. Yeah. Well, here's the thing about that. Side note is that where Milestone is right now in regards to the DC comic world and stuff, it's very iffy. I think right now when they're doing this Milestone 2.0, it's just going to be its own world until I guess they figure out how they're going to, integrate them in there. But so part of the panel with the black people that are involved in like DC Comics and TV shows and stuff, Candace Patton was there. Jamie from Black Girl Nerd, she was there as part of it, just kind of like showing different avenues of people that are black people. We are involved in different routes in DC Comics and such. There was another panel in particular from sketch to panel, well, from sketch to live action, where they were kind of like talking about the history of how these characters come together onto the smallest screen and stuff, and even the bigger screen to a point, but mainly on the small screen and such. And that was like a really good panel. They had the Wonder Woman panel, which was basically involving a lot of the women of the CW shows and stuff. Again, a lot of emphasis on the CW shows and such. And again, interesting and such. They had another panel involving a lot of like the queer characters and such in relations to the comic world. Again, very good, very good panel, and I believe the last one was involving kind of like veterans and like PTSD in relations to the comic book world and such. So all these, like I said, they had all these things that were happening and such. But like I said, everything was good. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Definitely gonna have, if you subscribe to our channel, we start putting up videos from that event, and I hope you guys enjoy it when I start putting them up. Like I said, lots of good, fun conversations with a lot of these celebs and such. It was awesome. But I really want to highlight it with this. Black Lightning. Let me tell you something, folks. You are not ready, and this is not something that's like a big, I'm not over exaggerating on this. I don't think you guys are ready for Black Lightning. Because let me tell you something. When you watch that first episode, you're going to be sitting back like, I can't believe this is on the CW. Because if I had to really describe Black Lightning, the Achilles did not pull any punches. It's the equivalent to where if you watch Luke Cage and you saw how at times it was very unapologetically black and what it was really showing out there and stuff, that's what Black Lightning is. It's very just black as hell, and it is very unapologetic in what it's showing. People get shot, you know, like you just see a lot of ridiculous stuff, and it's just awesome. And again, you're gonna be like, this is on the CW, they can get away with this. This is awesome. Black Lightning is gonna be something special, and if I really had to really, here's where you can really tell how very special of a show is. The audience that we were there, all of us were in this room, we're in this, you know, in this theater room, and you're watching the show, and all of us was just like, oh my God, clapping, and just like, oh man, it was dope, it's dope. And I rarely clap in a movie. Very rare do I clap during a movie or anything like that. You know, because it's just, you know, but I just never do it. But I'm watching Black Lightning, and I'm just seeing all this awesome shit that they're doing. And it's just great, and it's awesome. And again, you're going to really be like, this is on the CW, and you know what? It's great. They really do a lot of setup. You know, you see certain things. And like I said, I don't want to delve into it because, you know, me, Sam, and Mo, we're going to do our little recap of episode 1 and stuff. If not today, probably tomorrow. But we're going to do it and such. So we end up doing that. We end up watching it. And like I said, the overall experience of the first episode, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it. You're going to like it. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. There's a lot of things to come, and everybody's in there and such. The lead bad guy, Tobias Whale, if I had to describe him, I would say if you like Cottonmouth in Luke Cage, you're gonna like Tobias Whale. At least what we've seen of him so far in just that first episode. If you like Cottonmouth, you will like Tobias Whale. The actor in particular, I forgot his name. I met him at the after party there. He is so cool to talk to. And basically, Tobias Whale looks to be the Cottonmouth of this show. Just like he has a presence to him. And you really know that he's going to be a threat to him and such. You know, Jefferson has this connection with his daughters. It's very good. Like I said, I don't want to go into too much details and such, but everything about the way they structured this first episode, it's great. And the hype surrounding Black Lightning, and just the reactions and the positivity that's coming out, that bodes 100 times well for Black Panther. Black Panther already had the hype for it, but like if all of us were going nuts for Black Lightning, Black Panther is going to do gangbusters. So I say all that to say, be prepared for Black Lightning. You will love it. So after the Black Lightning premiere, they had like a little bit of an after party and such, and I gotta say, like, it was awesome being there. You know, David Harwood was there. Actually, David Harwood was there as well. If you don't know him, how dare you? He plays John Jones in Supergirl and such, Martian Manhunter. And being at this after party, you get a chance to kind of talk to some of the actors and actresses there and such, and it was just awesome being able to talk to them and really like, oh my god, you did the damn thing. It was dope. It was awesome. Like just experiencing it, to me, it was just great, and I loved it. I fucking enjoyed it. So that being said, not gonna go into details and such. I hope that they do this DC and DC event again. It was awesome. I love it. It was enjoyable. So with that in mind, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our 3BG recaps and discussion on iTunes and such, because that's where all the Black Lightning recap stuff is going to go. It's going to be on there. Subscribe to our regular podcast on iTunes, 3 Black Geeks. And like I said, subscribe to our YouTube channel, because like I said, we got more content coming, more stuff from DC and DC event. Just everything is going to be dope. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, can't wait, man. Can't not wait. So yeah, hit that subscribe button down below, and like I said, be sure to just follow our show. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to just watching any of our stuff, just subscribe to our this channel. Subscribe to our podcast. If you listen to it on mobile devices and such, or apps and such, subscribe to it as well. Like I said, we're on Google. We're on Google Play. We're on SoundCloud. Any podcast app that you listen to stuff on, we're on. We're actually also on Spotify, so that's another option that you can listen to our show as well. So definitely check that out. And yeah, catch you guys later. Peace.